Hi, this is Robert Kraig, Executive Director of Citizen Action in Wisconsin. As we approach the critical Senate vote, the full Senate vote on BadgerCare and whether or not we're going to reject billions of dollars of federal money or not that could cover tens of thousands more people, I think we all know the arguments already. We know that this is going to cover a lot more people for a lot less money, both for the federal and the state government. There's really no rational policy argument for rejecting the money. And we know that the reason we're even considering this is because Governor Walker has made a fundamentally political decision. Now, here's where I think there's hope for the Senate vote coming up. We've had 6 Senate Republicans state that in various ways during this process that they support taking the money. Now, that's not an easy thing to say for them. All their incentives are to be with a Republican governor. They support Governor Walker. They are of his party. And so all the incentives are to support him and to be loyal. And for them to make public statements against one of his signature positions is significant. And it tells me that these state senators know full well that this is very bad public policy, that this is bad fiscal policy. And I think a number of them know that it's very bad for the people of Wisconsin, because if you don't have access to basic health care, you don't have access to the American dream, that they are going to cause death, and they're going to cause medical bankruptcies, and they're going to make the lives of working people in Wisconsin much worse. I think these 6 senators understand this at a significant level. That's why they've had the courage to speak out to some degree. Now, the discouraging part is 2 of those senators were silent during the Joint Finance Committee hearings, and then the last one, the vote, and then voted with the governor after being critical of the position. So there are 4 who have not done that anymore yet. They have not had a chance to vote. Now, this is a moral appeal. I want to say to these 6 senators, and I think there's a 7th as well, I want to say to these senators that you are utterly responsible for this vote, that you were elected by your constituents to represent their interests, and you have actually a huge moral obligation to look out for the safety, the health, the livelihood of your constituents. And if you know this to be the wrong position to reject the money, if you know it will damage the state and damage your constituents, I think you have a moral obligation to act and vote against Governor Walker's budget or vote for an amendment that takes the Medicaid money. You don't have to vote against the whole budget. You can offer an amendment or vote for one if it's offered. And here's the critical thing, right? We know, because Senator Schultz has already said he will vote against this position, that we have a 1-vote margin right now. It only takes one of you to be the deciding vote to make sure that we take billions of extra federal dollars to make sure everyone possible in Wisconsin has access to health care. So it's on you. It's why you ran for office. You ran to represent your constituents. You know you have a moral obligation. I am pleading with you on behalf of your constituents and the people of Wisconsin to do the right thing, to follow through on the courage you showed by speaking out during the budget process, by voting your heart, voting for your constituents, voting for the people of Wisconsin, and doing what you know is right. I know you agree with the governor on most issues. I know that you support him. He is dead wrong in this issue. You know that. You have a moral obligation to follow through. And everyone listening to this, call these state senators and remind them of their moral obligation to act in the interest of their own constituents and the state, and not simply to act on politics or out of blind loyalty to a single governor. Thank you very much. Keep the calls up, and we're 1 vote away from winning this and getting Wisconsin to participate with all the surrounding states in fully taking the money we have offered by the federal government to make health care available to everyone in Wisconsin so that no one can take it away. Thank you very much, and thank you in advance for all your efforts.
Oh, fear the hearts of men are failing, for these are latter days we know. The Great Depression